is actually 106%. So as we go forward, we are saying we are not leaving any debts, and we are actually using disconnections. We are actually using all means to ensure that we collect.
Have you also tried to, are the deposits there, are they intact?
Yes, the deposits are there, they are intact.
So have you tried to recover some of this money through the deposits?
Yes, that is what actually we've indicated here, that we are knocking off the deposits and the debts which are outstanding.
Chair, so and you're trying to say that there's no failure from the officers due to administrative?
No, I'm not saying that they were not failure, but this is a point of controls that actually we are improving on to ensure that we get it right.
Tell us about KRA. Why is it impossible for you to recover 48 million from KRA when they have already paid you 33 million? Meaning that it's possible for them to pay.
For the VAT refunds, we've been engaging KRA, doing a lot of reconciliation. That's why we've been able to break 48 million into 15 million and 33 million. 15 million is what is feasible with KRA, and 33 is on the issue of records. And in November, KRA actually wrote to us that they are coming to do a verification and an audit, probably maybe in this January and February. So we actually waiting for them to come for that audit so that we can be able to sort out this thing once and for all.
Chair, there is something here that is all combined, and I want to be very clear. Like I want to make sure that I understand this, because if you let this go, there is something fishy that's happening in governor that we must arrest in this city. Bana MD through the governor, of course. By the time of audit of these financials, what were your approved estimates? What was your projections in terms of your revenue capacity as an entity?
1.2 billion.
1.2 billion.
Yeah.
We are together there, right? And what was the estimate that you're going to get from county government for support of whichever nature?
We didn't have any estimate from the county government. We generate our...
You generate your own. Yes. So there was not any provision for the government to give you money.
No, it was not there.
So from your estimate, what would be 1% of that cannot be 120 million. 1% of 1.1 billion. It's 12 million, if I'm doing the math right.
Sorry, it's 12 million.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And you say that the instrument for which you used to bring, because I was asking about a very clear question, what instrument did you use to get your 60 million out of your long-standing, or rather balance sheet, because you have balance sheet, to your P&L to clear, isn't it? So it doesn't have a legal instrument. And the only legal instrument that is available here is what the law says. And I want to read it for you, okay? That where you're not given the power to exceed 100,000, the legal instrument is this. And I will read it for you under I think it is 141.6. It says if the loss falls within the county government, county executive committee's members' powers under section 150, that is anything above your power, now to the CEC's power of the Act, the accounting officer shall seek the approval of the county executive committee member to authorize him or her to write off the loss of an amount exceeding the 100,000 I told you, which is considered what I'm telling you now, but not exceeding 1% of the county government's entities approved estimates, excluding the county revenue fund services in any of the incidents. So you have agreed here that there was no projection to receive from the county government. That's excluded. You have also agreed here that your projections were 1.1 billion, isn't it? Or 1.2 billion. Now, 1% of that would be 12 million. Are you getting me? We are together there. So then how did you move this up to 60 million to your P&L. And Governor, the reason I'm asking this very technical question is because if you look at your officer's response under long-standing and trade receivables, I'm looking at the number here, Chair. The highest number is actually from domestic use, which is 253 million. These are customers that can easily be manipulated in terms of collection. This is the simple people like us, ADOKH or some Honorable Kisang, who you know as your client in domestic use, who you can run on in terms of collection. So either there is somebody here who is collecting this money, pocketing it, getting them out of the system, and want to write it off. This is the term that I have a problem with. And if he doesn't answer us correctly, then I will ask the chair to actually rein the Eacc, to actually go and re-audit this in a special way, and you find that what I'm telling you is true. So what was this instrument that you used to still move this 60 million to P&L? And then now, because of what you had told me before, because it is past 1%, isn't it? We agree. 1% will be 12 million. That's the number we are told. Explain to us why this 252 million, 53 million, which is domestic bank, is not being collected. What is becoming difficult, because this is not about the system we're talking about, adjunct county government, isn't it? This is domestic individuals.
Itemized and said, out of this 253, it is 120 million, and these are the list of the clients that we are unable to identify. Those are the ones now you can propose. You see, without details, you know, the million, it was arbitrary. You didn't pay on anything. You just said you want to write off 60 million, and then on a second thought you said it's good to itemize, and then you returned it back so that you can write off itemized receivables that you believe you cannot trace the clients. You know, it's also good to list so that you know it's very clear to the members.
Yes, proceed. Next time you are inviting this company, make sure you don't pair it up with another entity, because this is it is a big company than those other small companies we are used to. So we need to give it adequate time. So it is almost 11. And we are still on query number 1.
Yeah, this is a big one.
So, honorable members, let's manage our time. So you can respond, and then auditor, I will give direction on this. Then we move to the next query.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to really make a clarification on the 60 million.
Yes.
If you are looking at PFM Act 1%, it's talking about write-off. This is not a write-off. It's just a provision. And I'm sure the auditor would be able to explain to us the difference between a write-off and a provision.
It's a provision of what?
Of debts.
Yeah.
Of doubtful debts. That's what I'm saying. In accounting, the write-off, provision for write-off is not same as write-off. You first of all provide that these debts are not likely to be collected. Then now you start a process now of writing off. That's why now you start a process of listing them down and actually proving that these debts cannot be collectible. And that's now the process that we are. So these 60 million, we've not written them off. I think that's the clarification I wanted to make. For the 253 debts on the...
MD, you are an accountant. Are you an accountant?
Yes, I am an accountant. For the 253 domestic debts, Senator asked, this one actually we have the list and we have different. This is just a summary of the deaths, and we have the list of each and every client. And for us, when we are doing the now provision and the write-off, we must demonstrate and